All right, everybody.
Tyreek, you had a big game. Talk about the touchdown pass that you caught from Mahomes tonight.
Yeah. I mean, Pat does a tremendous job, putting a lot of trust in me, down the field. You know, the second touchdown, he actually called that from the sideline. He was actually telling Coach that, Coach, like, it's there. And Coach called it, and it was wide open. So, I mean, the guy's great. He's unbelievable. Shout out to the guys up front, too, protecting him all night. So I was able to do my thing down the field.
What are you seeing from Patrick, or have you seen in these recent weeks as the production and the numbers haven't been what we've been accustomed to as far as his psyche and keeping,
Oh, okay. Pat, I mean, as great as he is, I feel like he has learned, how to, take what's given to him, like whether it's check downs, because teams are like beginning to like take the deep shots away from us, so he's been doing a great job, studying film, spending time with Eric, Coach EB, Andy Reid, and his quarterback coach, and just, learning how to, improve his game even more. So, like I said, man, I can't ask to be in a better position, with a better quarterback. So we're all very fortunate.
You weren't worried about him, were you? I mean,
No, never, because, he's a guy that never gets comfortable. He always trying to get better. He's always trying to find ways to improve, himself, the team, because believe this or not, without him, we don't go nowhere, so he knows that.
Did you see a difference in his demeanor at all this past month, though?
No, the guy's still the same guy, cocky, which is good, just still believing in himself. So still the same guy.
And also, you mentioned just taking what's there. How much easier is that said than done? I mean, you're a guy that obviously came into this league knowing as a guy that could take that.
It's hard, man, especially for me, man, because I'm used to going 80 every play, So, man, I just, Coach Reed, he got to just keep me calm on the sideline, because I'm a head case, man. I'm used to going, like I said, going down the field, and now guys got me running 12-yard ends, and that's not something I'm used to. So we're all adjusting our games, So that's why we in the NFL,
Kind of along those lines, I assume you think this is the best game you guys have played this season. As you guys chase, sort of the best version of yourself.
Right.
How is that going to look different than the best version of yourself in the last couple of years? How is this team going to be different?
I feel like there's always ways to improve. I can't speak for nobody else on this team, but I can speak for the, receiver room because I am the veteran of that group, But I feel like as for us, as a wide-out room, we can improve our blocking, we can improve our route depth, and stuff like that, just so we can be on time with Pat, to give him a clearer picture, instead of just, if we got a 12-yard route being at 7, and stuff like that. So, there's always ways to improve. Even though we put up 41, we probably could have put up 60. So, who knows?
Tyreek, it's been a few weeks where Travis has kind of dipped in production. Obviously, it looks like he's kind of playing through some injuries. Just how nice was it to see him sort of get back on track, and what has he sort of shown you at this stage of his career to still be able to be a reliable source for Patrick?
And he's still, he's arguably probably one of the best tight ends of all time, So, his mindset is always, trying to keep his swagger, he kept saying that on the sideline, So for him, man, it's tough, because guys are in there banging him around, doubling him each and every play, So, like I said, as great as he is, his mindset is to always dominate and be the aggressor, and tonight you saw that, guys were trying to double him and do his thing, he was still able to break free, and get open for Pat.
For you, how much do you need Travis's voice at this point? Like you said, if he's the one talking about swagger on the sideline, how much of that is needed for this particular group?
It means a lot, man, especially coming from a guy like him, because he easily can say, you know what, I'm just gonna show up and just play, but instead he's that vocal leader that you need, just to hear even for me, I'm 6 years in and and it feels good for me, just to hear that confidence booster from Trav, so he's definitely a guy, that we need, to bring that energy.
Class 1 team.
Yeah, with the impact that he had in the passing game tonight, does Daryl Williams get a key to the receiver room now?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
How impressed were you with what he did in the passing game, and especially that big long touchdown?
Who's Zeus?
Daryl Williams.
Oh, Daryl?
Yeah.
Oh, that was crazy, man. Like, hey, to be honest, like, I did not see Daryl down the field at all, you know, so I was kind of, so, like, when Pat was scrambling doing his thing, I'm like, dang, is he past the line? Then I seen him throwing it. I turned around and I seen Daryl, and I'm like, I know he is not finna just throw this to Daryl. And this big booty tail jumped up there and caught it. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's wild, you know, so they made a play, man. You know, like Greg Lewis, ex-receiver coach, he got them boys going up top, you know, so a little fun fact for y'all.